Hey, gentlemen, my fellow alcoholics, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, and welcome to what's become a bit of a tradition out here at the old pumping house with a lovely view. But this year it rained, which actually made it a bit harder to get out here. That and I used the GPS to find a new road and kind of missed my turn. But I can't tell you how good this smells, mainly because of this guy right here, as well as all of them at once opening up, because it rained here a lot yesterday. You can actually see there's actually water in the river. Not much, but again, all this runoff is going over there. You can actually see a little bit of green. This was someone's office slash house. Essentially, there's the river. This is a mesa. You have to pump water from the river up the mesa down to civilization. And this is where one of the pumps lived. Oh, hey, look, someone actually rode here. Apparently, some FYB 2020. Someone woke up to every day. And then on a day like this, or morning rather, with all that fog and mist just hanging over thing, Texas Hill being surrounded by it. See, now today we fine. If you're here during the rainstorm, might be another issue because all the roads be washed out and you'd be stuck here. Also, with all the water standing up, you might have to worry about flood damage, but still, this is a nice place. They weren't here too recent. Well, at least they weren't here since the rainstorm, which was yesterday. But they left some wood out here. Because I don't know if you noticed, that's not natural. Not like you could find some tree that just randomly fell down and this was here. Someone hauled out this wood to camp here. Now, admittedly, like the view out that office, not a bad place to camp. Also because, like, you never want to camp in a wash, or you want to be elevated so that way you don't have to worry about flash flood. Now, this is one of the first times I've been here and there's been water in the river. Now, of course, the river isn't running, but I mean, it runs every 4 or 5 years. But yeah, this is the first time I've actually seen water in it. Now, of course, the reason there's water in it, recent rain, runoff, there you go. Bob's your uncle. Great view of the valley, all the, well, you can't really see much of the farmland, though mostly over there near Texas Hill. So, but yeah, I always remember coming out to these places with Dad, because he lived everywhere. I mean, he used to live out in Texas Hill. He remembers the people that used to live here. I mean, guy must have lived in a different house every year. Farm hand, ranch hand, so you moved wherever the job was. So Grandpa was always getting new jobs with different clients. But yeah, this place is just a nice little view. And again, it's an old structure everyone knows about, so people always come here. Apparently to camp occasionally. But I mean, it's nice because again, you can go hunting over there. There's a wash, a pretty big wash. Actually, if you look over there, that's like an entrance to a big wash area. So you can go hunting for mule deer, etc., around there, because that's going to be pretty wet. And then if you want to, you can climb down the mesa, go hunting through. And again, it's hard to believe, but all that is a riverbed. So there's a lot of thicket down there and a lot of moisture for critters to hide in. But yeah, you can see there next behind the truck there, that's basically where the old canal used to be. So it would pump up water from there to there. Like this view, just multiple rooms to go through. Oop. Almost sounded like I broke some cement there. But like I did last year and most years before, I always choose this room. And also, now that I think about it, it makes sense that this room has the most windows. That's north and that's east. So that way, the rising sun, and you don't get most of the sun because the sun is south. So this room with the most windows get the least amount of direct sunshine. Because again, it gets up to 100, 120 degrees Fahrenheit here, so. Oof. I do love this place. The quietness of it all. and a nice little chill. I did bring my jacket this time, by the way. Today, for very specific reasons, because of its low alcohol content, we are looking at Amaretto, which is a liqueur, 15%, 30 proof. Mr. Stacks, of course. Makes me a little nervous that's gonna fall over. So yeah, it's almost like a Christmas treat. Every Christmas when I come out here, that I get to try something, basically soda. I mean, was it the Germans for the longest time was selling beer, American beer, and some other stuff in the children's section of the stores, because anything under, was it 15 or 10% wasn't considered beer, it was considered soda. So anyways, let me get to the pour here. All right. Ooh, nice creamy looking. Again, the Amaretto, kind of a nut. I don't know how this ended up in my advent calendar, because I'm pretty sure I had something similar. I must have had Amaretto at one point in my life in part of a mixed drink, if not, you know, by itself. So, but first time I had Mr. Stack, so let's do a smell test. Oh, that smells like heaven. Sweet nut. It just smells like sweet. Actually, it doesn't smell nutty, it just smells like sweetness. Because again, when I think amarettos, I just think of the sugary drink. Or sugary, filler. You can put it with mixed drinks. Yeah, there's actually a little bit of flow to that. Oh, sweet. You can see more of the structure that, you know, part of the pumping apparatus from there to there. Huh, never noticed that before. So, here's to simply Merry Christmas. Very watery, actually, in a good way. Whew, I mean, it just went down like nothing. It is basically just sugar with a hint of nut taste. Now, I don't have to tell you what to mix that with, because it mixes with everything. Like literally, if you just want to add sugar with a hint of nut, which I guess is what Amaretto is, you just add that. Like literally, coffee, cocoa, anything. Like it's basically nothing. It just adds flavor with a hint of alcohol. So yeah, if I would say anything, it's massive flavor, liquid, with just a tiny bit of alcohol. Because again, I purposely always choose something light, so that way, you know, I'm okay out here. I mean, I even brought some emergency bread and food in case I had to sit out here and sober up, so. Not a bad place to sit around and wait for your liver to do its job. Pretty sure this place has been picked clean, but I know my dad loves to come out to these places with the old metal detector. See all the old stuff that's just left behind. But again, this is the mighty, mighty Gila River, which is why there's a mesa right here, cuts across. Anyways, this flows, quote unquote, down to the Colorado and then meets down to Mexico and supposedly eventually to the ocean. Those of you who know the truth, it doesn't make it. I mean, heck, I don't think this goes anywhere. But, so tomorrow I'll be back home. Not like I know the future or already recorded it. But the next day, I don't know where I'll be. Gotta figure that out. In the meantime, let me say thanks again for watching. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you next time. Bye.